She was the queen of country music. Her rags to riches story is the stuff of legend. And a legend, the late and great Loretta Lynn surely was. She was born in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky in 1932 in a one-room cabin. She was one of 8 siblings in the Webb family. While they were poor, they were rich in love. Her father, a coal miner, died of black lung when he was 52. The course of her life changed when she was 15 in the form of a baking mishap of all things. You see, she brought a pie to a pie social, with the highest bidder winning both the pie and a meeting with the lady who baked it. Oliver Doolittle Lynn, newly home from the army, didn't care that Lynn had used salt instead of sugar. He won her pie and he won the girl. They were married a month later. Lynn was not yet even 16. The couple moved to Washington a year later with hopes of a better life and a better job for Mooney. Lynn was pregnant. By age 22, they had 4 children. They'd have 6 kids in total. Life in Washington was hard. Lynn was lonely. She missed her home. She missed country music. She sang to her babies while she did her housework. In 1953, her husband, Dew, as she called him, bought her a $17 Harmony guitar as an anniversary gift. He thought she was a better singer than anyone else on the radio. He encouraged her to sing more. Dew even booked her a local gig. She was a natural, with no formal musical training. Over the next few years, she taught herself how to play the guitar, and she formed a band called Loretta and the Trailblazers. She also began to write her own songs. In February of 1960, Lynn cut her first record, I'm a Honky Tonk Girl, on a small independent label. It reached the country top 20. It got her on at the Grand Ole Opry stage in Nashville. It also landed her a deal with a major label, Decca. Once in Nashville, Lynn and country star Patsy Cline became fast friends. Cline helped Lynn navigate the new spotlight she found herself in, giving her advice in all things fame and fashion. She was heartbroken when Cline died in a plane crash in 1963. Shortly after, she released the song You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man, a song Cline told her was a damn hit. Cline was right. It was. For the next 2 decades, Lynn shook up Nashville. She wrote her own songs, for one, and she also wasn't afraid to tackle some hard issues. She was authentic, and she wrote what she lived: her rural roots, motherhood, the ups and downs of her marriage, and being a working woman. After years of raising kids and working hard to make ends meet, singing was easy. It was a gift. Hits poured out of her like whiskey from a bottle. Coal Miner's Daughter, Fist City, and Don't Come Home a-Drinkin' with Lovin' on Your Mind. Sometimes her songs were controversial, and radio stations refused to play them. She pushed boundaries. She pressed buttons. She made several duet albums too. She partnered with Ernest Tubb and then Conway Twitty. Their first song, After the Fire Is Gone, topped the charts in 1971, and the pair was CMA's Vocal Duo of the Year from 1972 to 1975. Altogether, she and Twitty had 10 studio duet collaborations. Speaking of awards, Lynn is one of the most awarded musicians of all time. She's been inducted into more Hall of Fame than any other female recording artist, some of which include the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In 1972, she was the first woman to be named the CMA's Entertainer of the Year. In 2003, she received the Kennedy Center Honors. A decade later, in 2013, she received a Presidential Medal of Freedom. She was the first to win Billboard's Women in Music Legend Award, and she won 4 Grammys, including a Lifetime Achievement Award. Lynn's husband, Dew, died in 1996. Lynn lived in a fog of grief for over a year, but she responded, as she always did to life, with her songs. In 2000, she released the album Still Country. More albums followed, with her last release in January of 2021, Still Woman Enough. It was an instant hit. Loretta Lynn was a sharpshooter. Her voice was distinctive. Her body of work, immense. She was a pioneer in the industry and a trailblazer for women. Yet, she never forgot her roots. Loretta Lynn died at the age of 90 in October of 2022. To make it in this business, Lynn said, you either have to be first, great, or different. She was all of those things, rolled into country royalty. Her legacy is rich, and her influence on the landscape of country music is profound. Thanks for watching Memory Mountain. If you enjoyed this video, please click to subscribe to our channel and hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to tap the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to know when we post our next story looking back over the landscape of Americana.